Legend says there are 3 devastating tortures in the world. One of them is the 10,000 needle cloak, a human-shaped mold embedded with tens of thousands of silver needles, specifically designed to punish those who practice iron body kung fu. But the man's martial arts skills were exceptional. He didn't die, so he was subjected to the second torture, the red branding basket. This involved taking red-hot branding irons and pressing them hard against the person's back, but the man still didn't die. The villains angrily brought out the final torture, the death mask. The executioner would carefully select the finest mulberry paper, pour water on it and quickly paste it on the victim's face, over and over again. When the 5th sheet was applied, the victim would suffocate from being unable to breathe. After these mulberry papers dried, their shape would perfectly match the victim's facial features. Truly cruel beyond measure. After the man died, officials claimed he committed suicide out of guilt for stealing 100,000 taels of gold, but Jack didn't believe it at all. He swore to clear his master's name. However, what they didn't expect was, the moment they walked out the door, a police officer was standing at the street corner waiting. The officer told Jack, the real killer of the man was actually Tom and Charlie. They were the ones who stole the 100,000 taels of gold. But both Tom and Charlie were not to be trifled with. Tom practiced centipede kung fu. His strikes were swift as lightning, incredibly agile. Charlie practiced serpent-style martial arts, using his right arm as the snake's head, his left arm as the snake's tail, head and tail working in perfect coordination, making his attacks impossible to defend against. His finger strength could shatter rocks and pierce walls. After Jack and the others heard this, Jack's group knew they were no match for Charlie, so they first analyzed their fighting weaknesses and practiced martial arts specifically to counter them. Tom's strikes were incredibly fast. To break his combinations, Jack and his partner had to work together attacking high and low. Charlie was fluid and unpredictable. Jack's duo could attack simultaneously from left and right, throwing off his head-tail balance, making him unable to defend properly. Afterwards, the two trained day and night. When their kung fu reached mastery, the two went with the police officer to seek revenge. When the 3 entered Charlie's house, Tom and Charlie had been waiting for a long time. They immediately started fighting. All 4 became entangled in combat. Strangely enough, though they fought with earth-shaking intensity, the police officer who promised to help just stood aside watching coldly. It wasn't until Tom was killed, and Charlie was being flanked by Jack's team, planning to escape when he couldn't win, that the police officer suddenly threw a poison dart, severely wounding Charlie. Charlie roared, asking why the officer hurt him. Weren't they on the same side? It turned out the police officer was also part of the gold theft gang. The officer said he didn't want to split the gold 3 ways. He wanted to keep it all for himself. Now that Tom and Charlie had no fighting power left, and Jack's duo was also exhausted, he could start killing people. Tom and Charlie were furious beyond measure. They struggled to their feet and attacked the officer from both sides, but they really had no strength left. They were no match for the police officer at all. Just when Jack's duo was about to lose, the dying Charlie suddenly launched a sneak attack, severely wounding the police officer from behind. The police officer truly got what he deserved. In the end, the police officer was killed by Jack's team. Jack finally avenged his master.